Hi guys, welcome back to Sarah Katie Reads. Today I thought I would try out a short segment that I'm kind of in my head calling bits and bobs when I talk about things that are maybe book related. They're bookish, but not specifically about a book or books that I'm reading specifically. Or maybe it's not related to books really at all. Maybe it's just something I'm really into, like I'm sure I will have sections on Star Trek at some point. So anyway, I thought I would try that out today because I've been thinking I wanted to share with you about bookmarks. I really love bookmarks. I have a lot of bookmarks, and depending on what I'm reading, it really kind of dictates which bookmark I use. So I have a few I just thought I would share with you because I love sharing these sorts of things and seeing what other people use or using. So here we go. So currently for my book club, one of the books we're reading is Tolkien's The Two Towers. We've been doing a year-long read-through of The Lord of the Rings, and each of the three books is broken up into two smaller books. So each month we've been reading half of one of those smaller books. So by the end of the year or the first part of January, we will have gone completely through The Return of the King. But for these books, I have been using this bookmark, and it is, couldn't find my Lord of the Rings bookmarks. How silly is that? But it's a C.S. Lewis quote bookmark, and it says, it's his pretty famous quote, "You can't get a cup of tea big enough or a book long enough to suit me," C.S. Lewis. And I got it from the University Bookstore in Seattle, so it must have been when I went to one of their author talks, maybe John Scalzi's. Anyway, so I've been using that one for my Lord of the Rings read-through. It just felt appropriate, and obviously C.S. Lewis didn't write Lord of the Rings, but they were friends or frenemies, or not frenemies, that's silly, but you know, they were in that same writing circle and worked together and friends, and but anyway, it felt appropriate since when I read Lord of the Rings, it's a big, long, involved epic, and you feel kind of cozy reading it, and I often drink tea when I'm reading it, so it just felt like the appropriate bookmark. Earlier this month, when I was reading Isaac Asimov's I, Robot, which, oh my god, I totally loved that book, and I'll probably talk more about it later. But the bookmark I used for that one was, "Without libraries, what have we? We have no past and no future," Ray Bradbury. And it has a super awesome rocket ship on it, and it's from the King County Library System. I actually found this bookmark when I loaned my mom my copy of Neil Gaiman and Charles Vess's Stardust, the graphic novel one. And when she returned it to me, this was inside, and I kept it because it's awesome. So I stole this bookmark from my mother. And then another one of my favorite sci-fi bookmarks is, I'm a doctor, not a whatever. One of my Star Trek bookmarks. I got this at Half Price Books years and years and years ago. Like I've used it so much, the little tassel part has come apart. I love it, and I always look for more Star Trek bookmarks wherever I am, and I don't see them a lot. Maybe with the new movie coming out on the 50th anniversary, maybe I'll find some more. So Star Trek bookmark, good for sci-fi. Often when I read history, particularly colonial American history, I will use my super cool little fake dollar from Colonial Williamsburg. I have been to Colonial Williamsburg 3 times. It is like my favorite vacation spot to go because obviously when you go on vacation, you want to go immerse yourself in colonial American history. Why wouldn't you? I think it's just me. But I like this bookmark a lot for this dollar that I could have used in Colonial Williamsburg as not legal tender, but as money there. I didn't want to. I brought it home and I use it for books. One of my just general bookmarks I use a lot for any sort of book is this beautiful painting of, or detail of the Annabelle Lee by James McNeill Whistler. And it's really beautiful and soothing and a seascape, and I love it. And I use it a lot. I've used this one for years, and I don't remember where I got it. It was probably in a Christmas stocking, maybe, but bookmarks, I love them. I also use a lot, and I have a lot of these from my favorite bookstore on the Oregon coast, the Cloud and Leaf bookstore, a small little independent bookstore in Manzanita, Oregon. Every time you buy a book or a stack of books, every transaction, the owner or whoever's working sticks one of these in your purchases, and I have quite a few. Because when we go down there for our annual family vacation beach gathering, if it's a 3-day weekend, I'm in there probably 3 times. If we're there longer, every other day, if not every day, and there's usually a purchase of at least one thing. I go down prepared knowing I'm just going to spend a lot of money on books, and my poor husband, he goes prepared knowing this too. So, Cloud and Leaf bookstore, and it's great because it's just, it's like cardstock, and you could even write on the back if you want. I haven't, but I could. So those are nice. So those are my main favorite bookmarks, and I have many more. Some of them are scattered throughout books currently holding spots. I think my X-Files bookmark is in Tolkien's Beowulf translation, which that really doesn't make a lot of sense. There's not any strong correlation there, but it was one that I was able to grab easily at the time, and so I stuck it in, and it's just stayed. I was probably also watching a lot of X-Files at the time. I did the rewatch. I did. the 201 days of the X-Files rewatch right before the new 10th season aired earlier this year. But anyway, that's probably why I grabbed it at the time. I'm sorry, I keep shaking my camera, the laptop. I'm trying out a new location because there's better lighting, and I keep hitting my desk, so it shakes, and I apologize for that. But anyway, that is it. My first bits and bobs segment. Well, lengthier than I thought it was going to be, but shorter than some of my other ones. So I'll probably keep this segment up as I come across non-book things to talk about, or specifically book things. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!